Right folks, I just want to talk about a topic that is basically advanced price action reading. It's one of those things that is predominantly experience based. It's not for the faint-hearted, but it is a skill that you can learn. Price action at its most basic level is the fluctuations that you see on the right hand side here, the ticker. Basically each and every price fluctuation that goes up and down is price action movement. The charting platforms that we have typically cut that data up, that raw data, into manageable information, and they create bars, candles, or line charts depending on your personal preference. But what can we do in a fast-moving market? Now, reading the tape is a skill that's often used on things like Nasdaq stocks or futures trading, and you can use and interpret the information that you see on what's known as the time and sales, which is basically each and every price movement is reported on the time and sales. We don't actually have that on currencies, but we can still use the same skills. Now, if you look on a fast-moving market, typically what you'll see is post-news, as in this example, price will just sell off. It's exponential. It's not really going to pull back. You're not typically going to see price retrace as you would do. You're not going to get those pullback bars on 5-minute charts, 3-minute charts, 1-minute charts, or even, to be fair, my personal preference, which is an 89-tick chart. You're not going to see those pullback setups. Now, on a previous video for the same date, which is the 7th of August 2008, I was looking for short trading opportunities. 240-minute chart was down, 60-minute chart was down, and price was just retracing. We were at the 50% fib retracement level, as we noted on a previous video. It was at an ideal location, which is the point. The overall trend is down, looking to trade with the trend. Predominantly I'm a trend trader and a breakout trader. So what was price action doing? You can just see the result there. Just got stopped out of a previous short trade for a small loss on a post-news event, and then price basically sold off, breach of previous swing lows, the resumption of the downtrend on the 15-minute charts, which we've previously noted, and price just went exponential, sold off quite sharply, and price just stalled. And again, as we explained, you're not going to see these pullbacks. Sometimes you get them 2, 3, 4 minutes. Sometimes in an exceptionally fast-paced market, it's just going to move. Pause for 5-10 seconds. That's a pullback, folks. It's just, from a 10-second, a micro pullback. That is where price is just fluctuating in 2-3 pips, 2-3 pip range, 10, 15, 20 seconds, and then takes off. So what you have is a really low risk entry, plus the spreads, and 3-4 pips plus the spread. Really low risk entry for a very, very fast moving market. How can we actually learn that skill? How can you learn that skill? Well, the easiest way to do it, to try and assess that, is to get something like time and sales on the screen and try and assess those price fluctuations and try and read and interpret the chart. Let's take a look at the pound dollar for the same reasons. Again, that short trade that just got me in, stopped me out. Exponential movement, price just stalled very briefly. There was the short entry. Price just selling off. Now, this entry was on a standard post-news setup, breakout pullback setup. We've discussed that, and they're currently short on quite a large movement. Going back to the euro, entry was just on 154.40. Current price is 53.40. I've got the full position on, and I'm just literally riding the momentum down. I'm now managing this from the chart-based decisions. Right, folks, what we've got on the screen is just a quick example of time and sales, and this is for a stock called Apple, symbol AAPL. And at the moment it's a little bit slow moving, just in the lunchtime period at the time I'm doing this recording. But what we can do is we can use something like a Nasdaq stock or an index future and look at the time and sales and try and learn this tape reading skill, because it is a skill that you can learn, and it's one of those ones that does need practice and that you can learn and teach yourself. And one of the easiest ways to do it is to look at time and sales, and this is basically reading. This is the modern version of the tape that the old The old traders used to have a ticker tape. Well, this is the modern version of it. Greens are buys, reds are sells, and the white ones are usually between the bid and the ask. So what's going on at the moment? Well, all I'm interested in at the moment is I'm just going to read the prices out. So we've got 165.66, 66, 66. So with new information, 65, 63, 65. There's a little pullback. 63, 62, 65. There's a pullback. 62, 62, 64, 65, 65. There's another pullback. 63. So what we can see now is that prices kind of range bound between 65 and 62. So what the idea is we can see that it's between 65 and 62, and price is literally jumping up and down between those levels. That's a range, folks. Price is going sideways. That's price pausing in price. So what's going on? There we go. There's a breakout. 56, 57, 62, 62, 63, 63. So now price is going up. 60, 56. It's coming down now. So price is now building a mental picture, what we saw previously between 62 and 63. Price moved up to 60, came back down to 65 and punched up. That's the mental image of the picture that I've just built. Now price is going up for the moment, making higher highs, higher lows. That is basically tape reading at its base level. Let's jump back to the chart. Price is now 58, 57, 60, 61, 62. Price is still going up, just kind of pausing for the moment. 64, 64 for the moment, just pausing in price. Price is still making high highs, high lows. 67, 68, 67, 66, 69. So price is making higher highs, higher lows. 67, there's a pullback. 69, it's back up to the highs. Needs to go through 69s to basically continue that upward movement, to come back down, deeper retracement down to 64. There we go. 69 busted, jumped through it, straight through 72, 73, 74, 76, 76. Momentum at that little bit of a moment, buying pressure coming through. A little bit of a speed up of momentum, but the speed of these orders coming through is actually quite slow. So it's been up to high 70s now, 76, buying pressure 76, needs to go through 79. Price making higher highs, higher lows. So 76, 77, 78, chopping around, going sideways. 78, 75. Momentum still quite slow. Price needs to go through 79, 80, 74. Price is going down for the moment. 74, 77, 77. Maybe a lower high developing. We know that 79 was the high. 70 back down to 74. Price is between 74, 79. 72, it's making a lower low. 75. 71, 72, so there, what's going on now? It's been up to 79, came down to 72, puts in a lower high, comes down, what could be turning around? Reading the tape, price is starting to make lower highs, lower lows. Back up to 77, still between those levels. Price is making new highs, there's your 80. So what's happened is price has just come back down, made lower highs, lower lows. If this was on a chart, it's just gone up to make 80, made a new high for the move. What's that, folks? That's a bull flag. That's what you're building up in that mental image in your mind when you're reading time and sales. And that's basically tape reading, folks. It's a skill you can learn. Momentum at the moment, still very slow. The trade's coming through quite slow. When you see boom, 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 very fast price movements, we've got a high speed of momentum. When price is slow like this, momentum's quite slow. It's not really doing very much at the moment. Again, slow price movements, slow momentum, fast price movements, fast momentum. And we can use this skill that we learn on currencies, which is basically what we've just explained and we've just been through, to try and identify what's going on with the charts. Thanks for your time, folks, and I'll speak to you again soon. And the proof, as they say, is in the telling. So just to show you the trades that are taken based on this methodology of advanced price action reading, basically just reading price action at its base form without pretty much the use of charts. You can see the current trades that I have open at the moment. Let's just shuffle the screen along so you can just see the time on the charts. P&L for the trades, and obviously the last time you can see there. Times are UK.